You're such an asshole.
No. One of the easiest consultations I've ever done, man. No. No, 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 no. So there's this word called yes, and you want to do the opposite of it, which is called no. You may have heard it. There's these humans. They have bigger chests than we do and typically longer hair. And they use the word no a lot. You as a guy can use the word no. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. All right. There's a lot of things like, okay, a lot of things society tells you that is not true based on who you are. For example, if you happen to be a black man, you do not have to, by law, date fat white women. You could date the skinny ones too. Didn't know if you knew that. If you're a first generation, no, how does it work? If you're a child of immigrants, first generation American born of immigrants, right? It is not the law that you have to major in criminal justice. It's true. It's true. And if another one, if you get married, ladies, you do not have to, by law, get fat. And men, just because you have a stick and not a hole does not mean you must use the word yes all the time. Women do not have a monopoly on the word no. You may use the word no at any point in time you'd like. There's no illegality about it. It's part of the freedom of speech, despite the Democrats' best efforts. So let's go through this. Aaron, you may remember me from previous consultations. I do. Summarize later for context. I'm a mid-30-something guy with no kids, a good income, and I've been with my girlfriend, name, for several months. I'm going to mention the one data point here for 5 months. You've been with this gal for not even half a year. She's younger 30s, fit, smart, and kind, with 2 single-digit age children. 2 little ones. 2 little ones. No. Their dad lives nearby, and he takes the children's a few days a week. Girlfriend is a college dropout who makes median income at the local office job. I don't own a home, but could buy one in cash with my savings. Yeah, and now you can. You can do that now. Yes, you can do that now. Yes, now. There are choices you can make that can make your situation worse. You are aware of that, right? I choose not to, since I'm not sure about living in this city for 5 or more years. Okay, that's a prudent thing. So you don't even know if you're going to be there. I stay with girlfriend most nights because my family lives nearby. I don't want to identify people. Because my family lives nearby. And girlfriend's apartment is 10 minutes from work. Okay, that's a good setup. I help with rent since she's giving me gas, time, and miles. Plus, she spreads her legs every day. Minus the sex, that's fair. I think that's fair. You toss her a little bit of rent. She is saving you times, often multiple times a day. That's a bonus. With how good the sex has been, really, a single mom in her young 30s is like just giving it her all? No kidding. Wow. No wonder why that is. I'm getting a steal of a deal. It shouldn't be a deal. It should be she likes me, and I'm happy. It should just be that. I know. No transaction. No. What was it? It's not Briffault's law. Some other law. Somebody, not me. Look it up. No. Oh, maybe it was my buddy Tony that came up with it. No interaction with the female species can go uncompensated. Was that it? In other words, it's all transactional. Her lease ends soon, and she's on board with me getting my own place and having her stay with me. Wait. So you're living with your folks or something, or you have your own place? Me getting my own place. So I presume you're living at home, right? Which is fine. Save the money. I'm absolutely for it. You getting your own place and having your same. So you're going to move in with a single mom of two that you have known for 5 months. Because sit down, everybody. The young 30-something single mom of two is really good in the sack. My question is, I want a son, and I think she'll be a great mom and pass down good shit. No, 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 no. She is broken up with her previous husband, right? This is no, 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 no. And pass down good genetics. So should I get her pregnant? What about marriage? I'm against marriage, and I know, but what about, yeah. Her family would likely help with the baby, but that's not guaranteed. I'm anxious about being an old dad if I wait much longer, since I'll be at least a year older before the baby I father is born. All right. The one thing, well, one of the few things we got over gals is it doesn't matter how old we are when we have kids. Okay. You're fine. You stop. We don't get baby rabies. All right. I understand you want a son, but we don't get baby rabies. That if we are rushed into decisions, we make bad decisions, not optimal decisions. Like, I don't know, knocking up a lower 30 single mom of two that you've known for 5 months, you're going to move in with her. I mean, I'm not saying she's a bad person. This is bad for a kid. Okay. These are all the markings. This is at minimum. Let's wait. Let's wait at least a year. And I would say, no, you're not moving in with the gal. Although, if the gal moved in with you for a year and you make sure the lease ends, right? So when the lease ends, you can leave and see how it goes. But women have been known to, put on an act for over a year. One gal I know did it for 2 years. This is all bad. All bad. For context, now here's why I gotta keep you anonymous. You are a professional with a great certification born overseas. Sir, please go back overseas to perhaps find someone more culturally aligned with you. That's a traditional country you're from, or your family is from. Okay, yeah, you are a first generation immigrant who did not major in criminal justice. Thank you, sir. You majored in something wise. Who dodged a bullet by not marrying a lady in my home country that demanded I buy her a house years ago. Yeah, you gotta look out for that. I was raised a certain religion, but I am an atheist and have not relevant to the discussion. You have been married before, dated, had a few flings between. So I don't think she's no, she's not a rebound. She's not a rebound. The girl you're with, I believe you like her and she likes you. I see no reason, but it's just these are all the bad. You've not known her long enough to start knocking her up. That's the short version of it. And you got a pretty good situation right now. You got a great situation, actually. A great career, great finances. I presume you're living with your folks, because otherwise, why would you mention I get my own place? No, please, God, just date her. You were brought up here. You're aware of just what absolute unreliable shit we have here for a dating a marriage pool, right? You're aware of this, and even though you may have had a bad experience with a girl from the home country, that there are some cultural benefits of tradition back in the home country that if you really want to, yeah, and you got to look out for that, especially that you're a US citizen and they're going to want the green card. I'm sure there's some uphill battles, but Man, a single mom in the States with 2 kids. Um, my family doesn't like her because she has kids and yeah, but they don't get to say in my life. That's true. That's true. It's just added friction. That's not the main problem. So I asked, uh, are you insisting on a son? What if you have 3 daughters and this woman is not financially stable? I mean, do you love this woman with all your heart, or is she just a hot piece of ass to fuck? And what's her family life like? It sounds trailer trashy to me. I have no evidence of that. I just got the vibes of trailer trash. Like, the family lives down the street and they're all excited about you knocking up their daughter. And then the father lives not too far away. This has Florida written all over it. And not the fancy parts of Florida, more like Lake Okeechobee, middle parts of Florida. Sounds like a sitcom, you being from a foreign country. It would make a good sitcom. It would. It'd make a pretty good sitcom. Gonna shoot gators. Who dang. They're willing to help raise the kid, and you guys aren't even married. What's dad do? What's mom do? They even together? Now, here's the details I'm not gonna put out. Oh, yeah, I refunded. You paid twice, so I did refund it. To answer your questions, I prefer a son to a daughter. And imagine I'd still want a son if I had a daughter. Right. So now then, what if you get 3 girls in a row, man? Forget all the other analysis. 50 times 50 times 50. There's a 1 in 8. Is 1 in 8 chance? 50, 50, 50, 25, 12.5. Right. It's not infeasible. Hang on. Gotta get that there. It's not. It could be you got 2 daughters right off the bat, and the third one comes out to be a son. How much money you got, right? Um, my girlfriend is just a companion. We like having sex with each other. I'm not in love with her, and will probably never feel that kind of love again after my divorce, which was finalized not too long ago. Well, I understand not. I get that part. Like, no, you're going to stay over there. But the kids need their daughters, or the kids need their daughters. The children, daughter or sons, need their moms, right? You're just using this gal as a name. Really, if you don't love her, why not just go get a surrogate? Why not? Uh, boy, but then there's no guarantee that's a son either. There are a lot of hurdles, man. You got a lot of hurdles. The girlfriend's dad is a professional. Broken home. She's from a broken home. Shock. No, stop the disease. Stop the American disease of broken homes. Just, I'm not saying get married, but can you find a gal that isn't from a broken home, who herself created a broken? Just stop the broken home shit. Why don't you go pick up a healthy hobby like heroin or fentanyl? Why? It just, oh my God. I haven't met the mom. Sounds like a lefty. Sibling problems. Oh no. No. A dead sibling from his own hand. No. What? Dude, we could make a sitcom about this. You come from this strict religious family from overseas, from the home country, and you plop yourself square. I knew it was a fucking trailer park. Square in this meth addicted fat single mom Walmart rascal driving trailer park north of Lake Okeechobee. We could do it. No, man. This has shit written. Dude, let me tell you something about people, not just women, people from these broken homes. They can put on an act. They smell your money. Dude, I'm telling you right now, they smell your stability and money. They do. And they can put on an act until this is bad all around, man. This is bad all around. Please tell me you're using protection on this one. Please. Uh, yeah, no. Just back in the day, right? Families would say, the father would want to know, well, who's the family? Where's the family from, right? Well, I'm sure it's the same thing in your culture. Who's the family? I want to know the family. And here was like, what side of the tracks are they on? Now, there was an element of elitism there, and that's not good. But there was also a sense of it was practical. What's that family like? Oh, the brothers are all criminals? Somebody took their life by their own hand? Single parents running around? No. No, abso-fucking-lutely not. No. Those who lie with dogs get fleas, and you're about to go get some fleas here, son. Now, if you keep this sexual and have sex, that's fine. That's great. But this is not a family you want to join forces with. Absolutely not. And if you want to have a son, statistical hurdles of that aside, playing roulette. Aside from that, you need to find a gal. Look, you want a son, probably, I don't know why. You want a son. I presume it's because you love your future son. You want to make sure you raise your son right. That requires a stable mother, whether you marry her or not. And this is not a stable woman. This is not, and you don't even know it. She could be, but I'm going to say no. And even if she is in an environment that is not fucking stable. Her finances are crippled right off the bat. I don't know what the finances between her and her ex are. This got no written all over it. Absolutely not. No. And I wouldn't worry, man. You're in no rush. It's fine if you have a kid at 40. It's also fine. You know what? Maybe you don't have a kid. Right? I wanted to be an economist. I got to be an economist, but not the type of economist that I wanted to be, like, one that got to say, hey, this is going to happen. And people said, thank you. Oh my God, you're so awesome at predicting the economy. I didn't get that. I didn't get the nice rental property portfolio I want. You don't get a lot of things in life, because kind of like my rental property, having a rental property in Minnesota is a bad deal. It's probably best I didn't have that. It's maybe okay if you don't have a son or daughter, kids at all, especially given your background. Not to say there's anything wrong with it, but you've been divorced. Maybe God's trying to tell you something, or Mother Nature, whatever. You're atheist. And of all places in the United States, and you're within the community, you're not unaware of the red pill. No, a single mom is not the best fertile ground to start having a son. And if you really just want to have a son and you're not interested in marriage or a woman, or you're not capable of falling in love with maybe you want to consider a surrogate, or maybe adopting, right? Maybe you go ahead and adopt. But this is an incredibly risky way to go and have a son. And I would stop. The first mistake is you're worried about, oh my God, I'll be late 30s by the time you can have a kid at 80. The super chats. Link below. I don't have any. I got nothing. I got nothing on this. I just have link below, olderbrother.com/donate. That's not even charitable. On that website, you'll see the Amazon banner. Do all your Amazon shopping there, please. But Cappy, it's not on an app. That's awfully inconvenient. Yes, I know. I'm being Gen X Boomer Cappy. If you love Cappy, go to olderbrother.com/donate and do all your Amazon shopping there, where I get a 5% commission and cut. You pay nothing extra. It comes directly out of Mackenzie and Jeff Bezos's pockets. If you could get into that habit, I'd appreciate it. But Kevin, when I go to olderbrother.com, the domain name, it says it's not secure. That's because I've been too lazy to program the security certificate. And I just sometimes I want to have fun. It's fine. It's not a malware site. It's there. Say fuck off YouTube or Google or Bing or Edge, whatever. It's fine. I have that link below. Inquisitor Tibby, 10 generous dollars. No, good night, everybody. Also from last night's super chat. Success Pool Endeavors was a mod for other Red Pill channels. Oh, that's on me for not being more descriptive. So, and again, I'm not fishing for another thing. Has he gone away? What's his relevance? I didn't know. Hey, Wisda, what's up, man? Wisda's back in town, guys. $5. Insert the clip of Jonah Jameson laughing hysterically at Peter Parker smacking the table and then saying, "You're serious?" Right? Yeah, exactly. Albino, 10 generous dollars. Okay, rule. Only date women in 20s before kids or 50s after kids grown. Do not raise another man's kids, Coach Greg. It will fail. Her kids come before you. Will ruin it. 100% albino. 100%. Look, I got a gal without kids. She got her own job. She's still a fucking liability. Every human in your life is a liability because they take time, right? Like my folks. I love my folks, but I gotta go visit them. Apparently they want to see me or something. What? What do you want? I'm still the same thing I was all this time. Why are you coming to Vegas where it's warm? Right? At least also my folks. At least I'm fucking my girlfriend. These kids? They're not my kids. I don't wish the kids bad. I wish the kids do well. These are not my fucking response. Oh, but they are. I'll pay for everything. Sure, until it comes time to pay the bill and you're Chuck E. Cheese and she just looks at you. I'm a little shit. No. Get those kids. Here's a better way to look at it. Get those people out of your house. They're not roommates. They're not tenants. They're not your children. They're other people. Kids are other people. They're innocent. Kids are innocent. I'll grant you that. Get them out of here. I'm sick and tired of being yelled at and lectured by a certain group of people on that side of the aisle about how bad we've treated them. And then they vote in to raise my taxes to raise everybody's mistakes. And then some of them have the gall to say, and here's my babies from other man. Now can you take care of it too? Can you help? Fuck you. Get over there and get the fuck out of Dodge train and go stop off at the town of go fuck yourself. It's 3 stops down. After eat a bag of dicks, sit on a cactus, and shove this up your ass. Those are the 3 stops before you get the fuck out of town. Femboy Fantasia, $5. When Padme heard Anakin say he killed the women and children too, she thought that's hot. Nothing's hotter than a criminal. You know, I'm not kidding, really. And I understand. So I can understand why. It's wrong, but I understand why. Ladies, if you had your choice between a criminal thug and an economist, which one you choosing, right? I know which one you choose. I know. Bad boys. Oh, my God. What do you mean you sold my car for drug money? Okay, I love you. Hey, have you invested in your 401k? You know, if you follow my advice, shut up, you creep. Well, Wisda, $5 again. I see nothing much has changed over here. Guys still throwing lives away for the say. Yep. Oh well, can't talk them all down from the ledge, I guess. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. It's going to be the best 30 or $35, whatever I charge him. If he follows my advice, he'll still get the sex. See, his biggest risk is you're gonna oops, I'm preggers. And then fuck. You remember Bob? His name's not Bob. You remember Bob? Yeah, Bob, the guy down there in Florida. They made a sitcom about him. He's from a foreign country, and then he ran into the welfare trailer trash people. Yeah, I remember Bob. Yeah, that's what happened to him. They made a documentary. It was like Tiger King, but he was a foreigner. A Pringles can with veins, $5. A single mom with limited options is super good in bed. Color me shocked. Somebody tell him the game. Girl Pooky vibes. Pringles can with veins for $5 again. A Pooky is an attractive. Yeah, Pooky and Ray Ray. What do you think? I don't know my black culture here, Pringle. I know I've been hanging out with you guys for a while. I got plenty of clients. Pooky and Ray Ray. Yeah, I know it. A Pooky is attractive. Pringles trivia. Trivia with Pringles. A Pooky is an attractive black guy without a job that lives for free with unattractive women. Pooky maxing. Laugh out loud. E.g., I could see the dictionary entry, right? Pooky. Noun. Killer Bulldog, $4.25. In Hispanic cultures, many older single moms like to say they were father and mother at the same time. Some even celebrate Father's Day. Well, that's why single mom Latinas are the economic powerhouses that they are today. That's why they are just dominating in all fields and institutions. That's look, if your dad ain't around, both of them fucked up. That's I don't care how great they say they are. If you are not in a nuclear family, your parents are fuck ups. Full stop. Doesn't matter who did what, your parents are both fuck ups. Wisda, $2. We have Cappy on Honorary Black Card. We've had Cappy on Honorary Black Card years ago. Yeah, I've been here. I still got your silver coin, though, by the way. Not that I'd lose, a hunk of silver. Yes, I'm thank you very much. I appreciate it. I have my acceptance speech. Unkono, $2 kind of reminds me of the Mouse Utopia experiment. How does it? And as so far as no one really cares to raise their own children, and dicks are interchangeable, and parents are, you could just swap them out like Pokemon cards, kind of a village. Maybe I could see it. I'm not that familiar with the Mouse Utopia experience. Albino, $2. Cougars are hot. No oops, just saying. Yeah. You know what else is hot? Vasectomies. Vasectomies are hot. Dude, I was kind of hoping there'd be a girl who says, I'm pregnant. I'd be like, good for you. Who's the lucky guy? You are. I bet you I ain't. I bet you I'm not. I'll bet you $50 right now I'm not. See how long you let it go. Like let her rack up a bunch of not medical bills, legal bills and all that. And then just like, yeah, I got a vasectomy and here's my test that I'm shooting blanks. But like wait until there's like a court case or the lawyers are all paid. And I'm like, yeah, it's not mine. Sorry, Your Honor. Oh, did I forget to mention 3 years ago? Yeah, look, I'm shooting blanks. Let's get a test. Oh, now you got a kid. You didn't get rid of it before it got past the goalie, and now you got to deal with this 18-year liability. It sucks to be you. Who is the guy, by the way? All right, that's it. OlderBrother.com/donate. Click on the Amazon banner. Show Cappy some love. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.